Mike Tyson. Just hearing his name sends chills down his opponent's spines. But why is he so feared? What is it about Tyson that makes him one of the most intimidating figures in boxing history? Stick around, because we're going to dive into the reasons why Iron Mike is the stuff of legends, and why there will never be anyone like him ever again. To understand his warrior mindset, we have to see under what conditions he was brought up.
Early in the fourth, can Tyson finish this? I think so, that's enough.
Tyson was born on June 30th, 1966, in Fort Greene, New York. His early life was a mess. His family bounced around from place to place before finally landing in Brownsville, Brooklyn when he was 10. Money was always tight, and stability was a distant dream. Tyson's family was complicated. His biological dad was Purcell Tyson, but Mike knew Jimmy Kirkpatrick as his father. Kirkpatrick left his previous family in North Carolina to be with Mike's mom in Brooklyn, only to bail on them too when Mike was just 2. Then, when Mike was 16, his mom passed away from cancer. He had a brother and a sister, but his sister Denise died young at 24 from a heart attack. Growing up in Brownsville was rough. Crime, poverty, and desperation were everywhere. Mike's living conditions were harsh, and his mother struggled with drug addiction. Believe it or not, Tyson was introduced to alcohol before he was even a year old, fed to him by his mom to make him sleep. School was no better. He was a small, chubby kid with acne and got bullied constantly. Every day was a battle, so much so that he started arriving late and leaving early to avoid the torment until he eventually dropped out. When Mike was 7, something truly awful happened that he kept to himself for decades and only revealed recently. He was walking down the street when an old man kidnapped him. The man bullied and bleep abused him before Mike managed to escape. He didn't tell anyone for decades because he feared being judged. But in all this chaos, Mike found peace in the most unexpected place: pigeons. He loved those birds. They gave him a sense of tranquility. One day at age 9, a neighborhood bully killed one of his pigeons right in front of him. That was the last straw for Mike. For the first time, he fought back and knocked out the bully. That feeling of power was a rush for him, and he wanted more, and soon he was fighting other kids for money. As things got worse at home and school, Tyson turned to the streets. He dropped out of school and started committing petty crimes to survive. By the age of 13, Tyson had been arrested 38 times. One of those times when he was in a facility, he saw Muhammad Ali came to visit, and right there and then, he knew that he wanted to be like him. At 13, Mike's life took a major turn when he was sent to the Tryon School for Boys. There, he met Bobby Stewart, a former boxer and juvenile center counselor. Stewart saw potential in Tyson and started training him, eventually introducing him to the legendary trainer Cus D'Amato. One thing that sets Cus apart from other trainers that he was also a hypnotist. A young boy who lost his father, addicted to drugs, went to jail 38 times, and knew how to fight to survive at the mercy of a trainer/hypnotist. Cus saw Mike as a scared little boy, and more than anything, D'Amato taught Mike how to control his fear, which D'Amato felt limited a fighter's ability to think clearly in the ring. He often spoke of making fear an ally. D'Amato said, "You must understand fear so you can manipulate it. Fear is like fire. You can make it work for you. It can warm you in the winter, cook your food when you're hungry, give you light when you're in the dark, and produce energy. Let it go out of control and it can hurt you, even kill you. Fear is a friend of exceptional people." Cus became more than just a coach. He became a father figure. Mike dropped out of high school to focus entirely on boxing, training under Cus and Kevin Rooney, with some early help from Teddy Atlas. Mike's amateur career took off when he was just 15. He won 2 gold medals in the Junior Olympic Games in 1981 and 1982. But life threw him another curveball when his mom died from cancer when he was 16. Cus stepped in as his legal guardian, guiding him through the emotional storm. By 18, Tyson was ready for the big leagues. He made his professional debut in 1985, knocking out Hector Mercedes in the first round. That fight earned him the nicknames Iron Mike and Kid Dynamite. His record exploded to 26 wins out of 28 fights. But then, in 1985, Cus D'Amato passed away. It was a huge blow for Tyson, as he was again fragile and felt that he was no one left in this world. But Cus's teaching, he ran through his fears. Tyson won his first WBC heavyweight title in 1986, becoming the youngest heavyweight champion in history. By 1987, he held the WBC, WBA, and IBF titles all at once, the first to do so. His personal life was less successful. He married actress Robin Givens in 1988, but their marriage was rocky from the start, ending in a nasty divorce. In 1990, Tyson faced his first professional defeat against Buster Douglas. Later that year, he was accused of rape by Desiree Washington. Despite his denials, Tyson was sentenced to 6 years in prison in 1992, but got out after 3, and the Tyson that came out of jail was more ferocious than ever. While in prison, Tyson converted to Islam, adopting the name Malik Abdulaziz, but professionally, he remained Mike Tyson. He returned to the ring in 1995, reclaiming his WBC title from Frank Bruno and winning the WBA title soon after. Tyson's personal life saw more ups and downs. He married pediatrician Monica Turner in 1997, and they had 2 kids, but they divorced in 2003. Tyson's infamous rematch with Evander Holyfield in 1997, where he bit Holyfield's ear, led to his disqualification and a ban from boxing. More legal troubles followed in 1998 when he assaulted 2 motorists after a car accident, resulting in another jail stint. By 2003, Tyson was bankrupt despite his massive earnings. His lifestyle, partying, drugs, pet tigers, had drained his finances. His final professional fight in 2005 against Kevin McBride ended in defeat, and Tyson retired from boxing. Out of 58 fights, Mike Tyson only lost 6 times, with 50 victories, 44 of them by knockout. What makes Tyson so ferocious isn't just his sheer power, it's his mindset, forged through years of pain and loss. He has the ability to control his own fear and use it as fuel to destroy anything between him and his target. Tyson is feared because he knows no limits once he starts working towards a win. He doesn't even consider losing as an option. He's feared because he can see through people's souls, and once he senses fear, he pounces with all his might. Tyson responds to passive aggression with pure aggression. If you enjoyed this video, smash that like button and subscribe to my channel for more content like this. I'll see you in the next one.